Howdy legends, another little update from Rosemount Hobby Farm. I have been growing pineapples semi-successfully, and I learned something really interesting. For those of you who've never grown pineapples before or who've never lived in Queensland, the tops of all the pineapples can be cut off and grown, which is what's happened here. This is the second pineapple that I've harvested, and so the first thing is pineapples are part of the bromeliad family, and as far as growing food in Queensland, it is very labor intensive, and I don't have a whole heck of a lot of patience or excess time to be monitoring plants daily. So I've preferred the low maintenance species that aren't easily beaten by bugs, pests and bugs and whatever else. So these are bromeliads, and pineapples are part of the bromeliad family. So they're very, very low maintenance. Although you don't get a huge harvest if you don't do a certain few things. The very first pineapple I ever harvested came out of that spot. And this is just all the pineapple tops that I've collected from the local fruit and veg store. But my neighbor Stan, who may watch this video, warned me about this. This is sunburn. We've had some crazy hot heat here recently, and the sunburn, this pineapple's not ripe yet, but it burnt, and so I had to cut it because the bugs were starting to eat through that side. It was sitting in this plant right here, and it was actually growing really well, but they get heavy and then they fall over, and then they're exposed to the direct sun in the afternoon at the hottest time of the day, and that's where they burn. So Stan warned me about this, and I didn't do anything until it was too late, but I've got another 7 here or so, and so they're all staked and wrapped in shade cloth. You can just see the fruit inside there. So what's interesting is pineapples don't get any sweeter. This is something, if you ever see a pineapple in the shop and you buy it and you're like, oh, I'll leave it for a few weeks and then it'll get sweeter because it was a bit green or mostly green. Pineapples don't get sweeter when you leave them. They only get sugar through their stalk. So if they're cut early, they're never going to get sweeter, but the sweetness will be the sweetest at the bottom. And so if you stand a pineapple right side or upside down, which apparently also means you're into swingers clubs, so be careful who's walking past your house with pineapples standing upside down. But if you stand upside down, the sweet part of the sugar will drip down to distribute evenly amongst the pineapple. It will soften if you leave it, but I find the best way to maximize the flavor from a pineapple is to cut it up into the whatever size bits you want and stick it in the fridge. After 3 or 4 days in the fridge, I mean, even after 24 hours in the fridge, it gets better. And after 3 or 4 days, it just gets better and better. And another interesting thing about pineapples is that you only get 1 pineapple per plant. So they take 1 to 3 years to grow, and you only get 1 pineapple per plant. Although this one has 7 shoots growing out from below where the pineapple was harvested. The majority of them just have the 1 pineapple, and then once it's harvested, you just rip the plant out and stick a new one in its place. So, but we'll see what happens with this. I'm not sure, but I might be able to grow 7 new pineapples from it.